fresh music.
Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure you guys might be aware, last week I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, which a bunch of you guys really enjoyed, as there was at least one method in that video all of you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. However, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have been changed or they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and make somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys really enjoyed it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video or it does help you guys out in any way, shape or form, all I ask is you guys do return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first moneymaker method, and that's by beating this week's brand new time trial, which can earn you guys a very nice 100k in just a couple minutes. Now, in case you guys aren't aware yet, this week's time trial is very self-explanatory. All you guys simply have to do is set a waypoint to the finish line. However, the most important part is to simply do as I do on screen right at the start of the time trial. You want to cut straight through the Greenland and these hills, which will lead you directly onto a road that all you have to do is follow to go ahead and collect your very nice 100k. Now, this week's time trial is very self-explanatory, so I'm going to play out some music for the rest of it, and I'll jump back on the mic for method 2. However, coming in for the second best moneymaker method, and that is by stocking and selling the most expensive street vehicle in the game, which I can confirm is definitely 100% still working as of today. Worth mentioning, you do want to be in a free roam session whilst you're doing this. So as you guys can see right here, I'm in a free roam session with my friend in the background. He's the one who's going to register as an MC. He invites me to join his biker club. As you guys can see, I go ahead and accept it. Now, as soon as you guys accept it, you want to get your friend who's the MC president to make you his road captain. Now, as you guys can see, as soon as he makes you the road captain, all you have to do is pull up your interaction menu and you guys can now request the Dubsta. So simply go ahead and do so. Now, once you guys request the Dubsta, you should notice it comes in this very slick looking matte black, which does look pretty nice in my opinion. However, what you guys actually want to do once you're in the Dubsta is make your way down towards the LS Customs at the airport. I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you guys know where this is already, but I will pull it up in a second just to show you guys exactly where it is. Now, once you guys are in the Dubsta, all you guys want to do is drive slowly towards the LS Customs. You want to make sure that you're never driving too fast when you're trying to spawn this Dubsta 2 in, because you want to give it time to actually spawn in by the game itself. very similar to the Sand King method or the Sentinel XS. So as you guys can see right here, it didn't spawn in for us. That's because the third factor is it's only going to spawn in between the times of 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so otherwise known as 1400 hours. So between 9 and 1400 hours is when you guys want to take a Dubsta 2 down to the LS Customs. That's the reason why I pulled up my phone very quickly, as you guys can see, just to double check that I was doing it during the right time. Now this first method that I'm showing you guys, driving from the city or the helipad towards LS Customs, it does actually work, but it doesn't work as good as the new method that I've just found out. So as you guys can see right here, this is the area that you do want to drive from if you're going to be using this first method. Like I said, this one does still work, but it is very tedious and doesn't spawn in every time, so it could take a few attempts before you guys actually get your Dubsta to spawn in. So I'm going to fast forward this gameplay to save you guys time, as like I said, you do have to drive pretty slowly towards it to actually give it time to spawn in. But as you guys can see, it was my second attempt trying to spawn it in this method and it didn't work for me. So I went ahead and used my brain, used my initiative, and I'm going to show you guys how I actually got it to spawn in straight away. So what I actually went ahead and done is I got in the Dubsta 2 and I took it over to LS Customs and I simply parked it right next to the spot where it's meant to spawn in. So it's meant to spawn in this little alleyway just to the left of me. So as you guys can see right here, I just parked it in front of that garage door. Now once I parked off my Dubsta right there, you want to go ahead and rob an NPC car. Now from personal experience, when you're robbing an NPC car, you're always better off trying to rob a 4-door basic looking car like you can see on screen right now. Never try and rob an NPC for like a flashy sports car type. That's just my personal experience from when I've tried to spawn this in. I've always had a 100% success rate when I've got these 4-door coupe style cars. Now once you guys have got your NPC car, simply drive the way I'm doing on screen towards the airport and then simply drive back towards LS Customs. Now don't forget, whilst you're doing this, it must be between the times of 9 and 2 o'clock, otherwise known as 900 hours and 1400 hours. As you guys can see here, I pull up my phone quickly just to show you guys it's 10 o'clock, so only an hour into the time gap that we've got. Perfect timing, as you guys can see. And when I pull up to LS Customs, remember not to be driving at max speed, just drive similar to how I'm doing on screen. And as you guys can see, bang, as easy as that, I've spawned in a modded rare chrome Dubsta 2. As soon as you guys get that bitch, take it straight into LS Customs, and from here you guys want to whack an insurance on it. This part is very important. As soon as you guys get this car, make sure you whack full coverage over it in case someone comes over to you and blows you up and you're gonna have to do that whole process again. Because I'm not gonna lie, this first part of you guys spawning it in for the first time is the longest part of the whole process. Once you guys have got yourself one Dubsta 2, the rest of the method is a walk in the park, and it's also 100% solo, which I know a ton of you guys are gonna love. But another great thing about this method is not only is it 100% solo that you guys can go ahead and stack some serious cash with, you guys can also go ahead and spawn these in for your friends, and I'm also going to prove how to do so. However, there is one more thing that we do have to take care of, because right now this would be a good method, being able to spawn these in free roam, but it's not really unlimited if you can only do it between 9 AM and 2 PM. However, what you guys want to do to get around this is simply press start, go across to online, select play job, Rockstar created, and you guys want to choose one of 3 different missions. The first mission you guys can choose is called Time to Get Away, the second one is called Denial of Service, and the third one is called Chopper Tail. All 3 of these missions you guys can do, and I will prove this to you in this video that I do it also in a different mission. However, the reason we actually want to go ahead and start one of these missions up is because the clock or the time in these missions is stuck at 12 o'clock. It will not go 1 minute past 12 or 1 minute under 12 o'clock. It is literally stuck at 12 continually for the entire mission, which means you guys can spawn in as many Dubsta 2s as you want whilst playing this mission. So firstly, I'm going to assume the majority of you guys playing will want to do this with a friend, so you can both just continually spawn one in for each other, and then after that I'll show you guys how it works. It's just as easy doing it solo by yourself. So once you guys are in the mission, you simply want to get inside the car and go ahead and park it where you parked it in free roam, just near the gate, just as I do on screen should be fine. Now once you guys parked up your car, simply get out of the car, go ahead, rob any NPC car. It doesn't have to be a 4-door car. I would just suggest it isn't a flashy sports type car, as I've had the worst success with those type of cars. Now, as I promised you guys earlier on in the video, you don't have to park up the Dubsta 2 to spawn these in if it's not working for you for whatever reason. You guys can simply just get inside the Dubsta 2 with your friend, as you guys can see on screen, and simply just run the route that I was showing you guys that I've done in free roam, and it should spawn in just as easily for you or your friend to go ahead and take. So this time when I was spawning it in, it's quite important when you're in the mission to not be looking in the area where it's going to spawn. So as you guys can see, I was holding my right analog stick downwards, so it gave me an almost bird's eye view of my Dubsta. So there was no way of me looking at LS Customs to show Rockstar Games spawning it in for me. So as you can see here, I'm approaching LS Customs, got the bird's eye view, and I'm maintaining a very slow speed, just giving Rockstar Games plenty of time to spawn it in, because like I said, they do flash a few times when Rockstar Games spawn in a car, and they don't want you guys to see this happening because they do want the game to feel realistic. And if you just saw a bunch of cars around the map always spawning in at random times, how fake would the game feel? So there is good reason why Rockstar Games make you do it this way. And like I said, if you're going to do it with a friend in the same session, make sure he's far away from the area like we've done this time, or he's actually in the car with you. So at this time that I spawned it in, my friend was actually going to check that he had space in his garage to store this Dubsta in. That's the reason why I'm literally just sitting next to this Dubsta waiting for him to come and collect it. Now as soon as your friend arrives, you want to get him to go ahead, get inside the Dubsta 2. Obviously you guys can't access LS Customs like earlier on in free roam, so what he wants to do is get in the Dubsta and take it over to any of his owned garages or apartments. So when he now backs out of the mission, goes over to his garage, he can just go into passive mode, take the Dubsta out of his garage and go and whack an insurance on it, and he can now do this by himself 100% solo. Now it is worth mentioning the odd few times Rockstar Games will spawn in some other customized vehicles, which I'm not gonna lie, do look pretty sick, especially that Rapid GT. I might try and recreate that paint job in a future video. However, the last piece of gameplay I'm going to show you guys now is me doing this as of today 100% solo in a different mission. As you guys can see right here, I've got my biker clothes on. I'm not going to cut any bit of this footage. I'm just going to fast forward it to save you guys time, just to prove, because I know there's a lot of skeptical people out there, and I don't blame you guys because there is a lot of scummy and fake shit that goes on in the GTA 5 community. So it's only right that you guys do question a lot of the stuff that these guys do put out, especially those fucking fake giveaways. If you guys aren't aware, all these GTA 5 YouTubers who are supposedly doing giveaways, if you type in their names or their YouTube channel names and then type next to it giveaway exposed, there's been like tons of videos of all these guys exposing them for fake giveaways. However, we're not here to talk about the cancer in the community. We're here to show you guys that they're spawning these rare Dubsta 2s. This time, as you guys can see right here, I'm doing denial of service, so it also does work in this mission right here. However, I do prefer a chopper tail and a time to get away because they don't actually have any timers in the bottom right. As you guys can see in this mission right here, you do have a 10-minute countdown timer. However, if you guys go ahead and blow up 3 of the trucks, then that timer will stop as soon as you guys get on the final truck. So as you guys can see, the first time it didn't spawn in for me because I was going too fast. So another trick you guys can try and do is when you're driving slow is come to a full stop on the path closest to it. So as you guys can see here, I ended up coming to a full stop, just giving Rockstar Games a little bit of time to spawn it in for me, drive forward a little bit more and then come to a full stop again, just in case they didn't spawn it in. Now they've got no excuses, they're definitely going to spawn it in for me. Don't forget to try and not look at LS Customs as you're driving towards it, and then bang, you guys should have a fresh new Dubsta 2 waiting for you parked up. All you have to do is hop straight in that and then take it over to any of your closest garages or apartments. Now another massive tip I'm going to give you guys is there's actually a 10-car garage right behind the LS Customs at the airport, which should take you guys about 15 to 20 seconds to get from the LS Customs to that one. But even if you guys don't own that 10-car garage or you don't want to buy it, the one at the airport, as you guys can see right here, there's a ton of other apartments literally within a 1-mile radius of where you guys spawn this in. So all you guys have to do is just keep repeating the process as much as you want, and then go ahead and sell one of these cars every 40 minutes or so in free roam whilst you guys are doing some MC work, some vehicle warehouse, or even just doing some free roam work, or even if you guys are grinding out contact missions, after every few contact missions, when you head back into free roam, you can just call up your mechanic, get your Dubsta delivered to you, and just be making easy money consistently throughout the next few weeks. I'm not gonna lie, definitely one of my favorite methods to grind out, because all you have to do is do work for like half an hour, fill up your garage, and then you're gonna consistently have money coming into your account from literally doing nothing. And I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys are already aware, but if you guys aren't aware, every time you sell one of these cars, you're gonna be receiving an insane $23,000 for every single car. It is worth mentioning the gold version does sell for slightly a bit more, but like I said, you're getting over 23k per vehicle. So let's say on average it takes about 20 minutes to half an hour to fill up your 10 car garage. You guys will be earning around $250,000 per garage every time you do this, which is just insane for such an easy and straightforward method that any of you guys can do straight away. So don't forget to leave a comment down below, find another player to do this with, and then once you both have your Dubsters, you can go ahead and do it 100% solo every single time. However, coming in for the third and final best money making method, and that is grinding out the double money and double RP currently being offered on the adversary mode known as land grab. If you guys are able to grind this out in the right way, all of you guys could stack a ton of money in no time. Okay, so the first thing you guys want to do is be in a free roam public session. You want to press start, go across the playlist, and you want to create a brand new playlist with 3 of these new adversary modes in it. Now you guys can add more than 3 if you're going to be on GTA 5 for a long amount of time. If you're going to be on for a short amount of time, you can add 2, but I would say adding 3 is the perfect amount, as you do want to be earning a playlist bonus. Plus it's just going to be saving us a bunch of time having to go through the loading menus, voting menus, and all that crap. Now I will say one of the best things about this method is it only requires 1 other player to start this adversary mode. If you guys can think back to the other adversary mode which came out a few weeks ago called Resurrection, that was a good way to grind method, but it required a minimum of 4 players, so you guys only require 1 other player to do this method. So if you guys don't have that many friends that play GTA 5 online, be sure to leave a comment down below with your gamer tag or your PSN. Find some other players in the comment section. I have tons of active players in this community, always up for grinding money and helping each other out. You might be better off leaving a whether or not you've got a mic, because I know certain players only prefer to play with people who got mics. Although as long as all of you guys will watch this video all the way through and you're fully clued up on how everything works, including the bonuses, you won't even need a mic. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now when you guys are actually setting up the game, you want to change the first 2 win rounds to 4 rounds. This will make much more sense later on in the video, although I will be explaining the difference in pay between the 3 different time limits. So if you guys go ahead and have the round limit on 5 minutes, you'll be receiving an epic $16,000 and 2.5k RP for winning. The loser will also be receiving 8k. However, if you was to set the round duration to 10 minutes, that would increase up to a very nice 27k plus 5k RP. However, by far the best method to grind out this new adversary mode is to set the duration on 15 minutes, as that will increase your pay yet again to an insane $40,000 and over 5,000 RP for just 1 round, and the losers will still be earning a very nice 20k, might I add, just for losing. So there really is no initiative to go ahead and boost in, as everyone will be able to earn some very nice payouts. Now I do want to add, I have seen a lot of people putting out fake information saying the amount of players you have in your game will affect your pay. This is no longer the case. As you guys could tell throughout the entire video, whether you have a 2v2 or a 4v2, the payouts will always remain the same, which is a great thing, might I add. In case people do end up backing out and rage quitting, it still won't be affecting your pay whatsoever. Now the payouts that I showed you would be epic enough as it is. However, as I mentioned at the intro of the video, you guys will also be able to earn something called a winner's bonus on top of that, which will increase your pay majorly. And this is basically earned by winning rounds back to back or one after the other. And this winner's bonus will continue to increase every round. That is 1 round straight after the other, with a max bonus of 4 rounds. Hence the reason, if you guys remember right at the start of the video, I told you guys to put it on the first to win 4 rounds rather than any other amount, as you guys will want to earn as many bonuses as possible. So to make things really clear for you guys, I put together this chart showing you how much is earned with the winner's bonus after each round.
Bear in mind, I made this chart without including the double money in RP, which is currently going on, just so you guys don't get confused, and you can come back to this video even after the double money in RP is finished, and you can still work out based on this chart how much you can earn easily from grinding this method. Normally, without double money in RP, for winning 2 rounds, you'd receive 26k, which is 13k per round, and a bonus of 12k, which would take us up to about 40k. However, as I showed you guys in the video, by setting the game up the way I showed you, we'll be receiving 40k per round, so we'll have 80k after 2 rounds instead of 26k, and the bonus is also double during double money in RP, so instead of 12k, we're going to be receiving 25k, and if he was to go on and win 3 rounds back to back, it would be over $40,000 in bonuses, and if you go ahead and win 4 rounds back to back, you'll be earning an insane $52,000 in just bonuses alone. And when we add the 40k from each round, we're talking easily over $200,000 and 20,000 RP from one game alone, which is just mind-blowing. I can't emphasize how good this method is to be grinding out for both money and RP as of right now. You guys know me, I've always got you covered when it comes to grinding these methods. I have literally spent about 6-7 hours since this has been released testing out all the different methods to earn the best pay. So all I ask is you return the favor by dropping a like down below. Now, going off feedback from previous videos, you guys seem to really appreciate when I quickly tell you guys what this actual game mode is all about and how to actually play it, because I know a lot of you guys may not play GTA 5 daily, or you may just not play a lot of adversary modes. So if you guys can remember the adversary mode called land grab, where you was in vehicles, you'd have to cover as much as the surface area with your color. So as you guys can see right now, on the floor we have all of these squares. Once you guys walk over the squares, whatever your allocated color is, it's either orange, pink, blue, it will turn the square into your color, which will count as a capture. Now as you guys can see right at the top in the center, whichever team has the most area covered, that will be the color of the clock as it's running down. This will reset every minute or so. So as you guys can see, there's a countdown clock in the top center part of the map, which is currently orange. This will be red, which means it's a mutual color if no one captures the tiles. However, because I currently own more tiles than my friend, it's currently shown as orange to indicate that I'm currently winning, just so my friend and me both know that he needs to up his game. And every time the clock runs down, that will count as 1 score to the team whoever has the most tiles. So as you guys can see, the target score in the bottom right is 3, so I currently have 1 score as the clock ran down and I had the most tiles. As soon as I win 2 more of these scores, that will win me 1 entire round. So as you guys can see, a very simple and straightforward adversary mode, not too confusing. All of you guys will be able to jump on straight away and literally make millions from this. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me, guys. An epic unlimited money and RP maker method working on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Don't forget to show support with a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.